Hi everyone, Christine Edwards here, principal and owner of Amplify Consulting, and I just realized that I had not come in and said hello in a while, so I wanted to just check on everyone and see how y'all are doing, but I also want to give you information around how I serve my clients as a sub-consultant. So when I'm getting to start a project as a sub-consultant, what I typically do is I go back to the scope and I create a document. I create a project kickoff document that really just details the scope of work that my company is going to be responsible for throughout the duration of the project. And when you're working with the prime consultant on a project, they really have the direct communication with the client or the buyer, right? The government buyer. And so I am a sub-consultant and they are the prime, but truly they are my client, okay? And so this is the kind of project kickoff document that I create. So my company, a lot of times, like I said, we serve as a sub-consultant on major projects. And you have to remember, as a sub, you are hired because of a very specific service that you deliver and a very specific piece of expertise that you offer. And so that's why it's important to create this document in order to just lay out the parameters of what you're going to be doing on that project. So what I usually do is I create a table. I create a table in a Google Doc, or I create a table in a Google Slides document, and I make sure that it's branded well and it's consistent with my branding. I create a table, and the first column of the table is tactics. So it is the tactics or the deliverable that you're going to be doing. Let's say, for example, you're delivering some marketing services. So you're going to put down in that first column the different tactics, the different marketing tactics that you're going to do. And then in that second column, I would put just a very short example so that the prime can understand what it is that you're trying to convey. And then next to that, I would put the format so they will know, whether this is going to be a virtual tactic, is this going to be an in-person tactic, is this tactic going to take the format of, a speech, a video, some other kind of service that you need to provide, right? So that's the format, that's the third column. And then in the last column, you're going to add your rationale, right? So why you want to do that, and you want to make sure it draws directly to what the goal is on the project. So again, when you're creating your kickoff document and you want to lay out your scope of work, you create this table where it has tactics, examples, format, and then of course your rationale. And then again, it depends on where you are in your relationship. If you have not yet negotiated your payment, you can then also put your budget out by tactic or by task that you're responsible for. But that should already be done once you're at this point. Now, you want to make sure your company's name is on that document, and you also want to make sure that you timestamp that document. So when it comes time to billing, it's very easy to go back and see when the document was created, and then of course when these tactics were executed. Okay. And again, as a sub-consultant, it's so important to be organized. You've got to be organized, and you have to make sure you are conveying exactly the skill and the task that you bring to the table. And you're going to want to be organized, provide support, and provide your expertise. And that's it. That is what you need to know in terms of, serving your client as a sub-consultant.